almost to get universities and now cities and churches and other institutions to disinvest or divest from investments in the fossil fuel industry. Say all of the universities in America divest from pull out all their money. What they're going to feel is their hit to the public view, how people see them, that they really acknowledge the issue of climate change. And there are already more extreme storms, and we've seen that through hurricanes like Katrina and Sandy. But they're still drilling, and they're still developing things like tar sands in Canada.
No, you go to the peer-reviewed literature. Bottom line, big tornadoes, F3 and larger since the 1950s have dropped dramatically. Bottom line, we've gone the longest period without a major U.S. Category 3 or larger hurricane hitting the U.S. since at least 1900, maybe the Civil War.
I think it's a good thing that the ASI resolution didn't pass, because I think it was a rather silly thing to diverse money from the fossil fuel companies. I don't think in the end of the day that they're doing anything wrong or that they're necessarily polluting the planet like people are constantly saying. And the fact is that they're helping us full profit, and by us putting money into them, we're helping them lower gas prices.
ASI proposed a resolution. We worked with ASI Board of Directors to author a resolution supporting divestment of Cal Poly. Lost by 10-11 vote, which is pretty unheard of with ASI.
So I voted no on this resolution for two reasons. One is that the resolution recommended to divest from the top 200 people we invest in, and one of those companies was Chevron. And Chevron had a huge contribution to our marine biology department, and they donated the Avila Pier out there to us, and I just feel like that is very educationally enhancing for that department.
So I voted no in the fossil fuel divestment resolution that came to the board, and my reasons were the first one being that there was only about 10% support for the College of Engineering. This issue was more than just sustainability. There were a lot of implications for the College of Engineering, such as having ties with companies that we send a lot of our people, especially mechanical engineering, civil engineering, environmental engineering, into fossil fuel companies, and it would send a bad message if we divest from them when they're investing so much in us.
I voted no because I didn't feel like people in my college really felt strongly about the movement, and I couldn't say whether the majority were for this movement or against.
Our fees would go up and our investment returns would go down because of the way the market is with renewable energy and all of that.
Came down to an hour-long discussion, and the beauty of that is that it was an hour-long discussion with ASI Board of Directors talking about the issue of climate change, and that's really big.
Within at least 5 to 7 years, it is not possible for Cal Poly Foundation, who's the board that controls the investments, it's not possible for them to pull out of fossil fuels.
The companies, all the auxiliaries, the university pools with other universities and investments, and it would take the whole group to divest in these companies in order for us to divest as an individual university.
We've done some petitioning on Dexter. We talk to, we go into classes and we talk for a little bit.
I don't think that this issue, just because we voted no for it this time, can't come up next year or years to come.
They have a lot more steps that they can come to first by getting more student support, maybe getting some faculty support, a lot more of that, but they are definitely on the right track.
There are plenty of alternatives that could be explored, such as solar and wind. We have a lot of potential in the United States because we have things like deserts. So, it's definitely possible.
I mean, the whole argument is that CO2, they're producing more CO2, which is a natural found gas in our atmosphere. So